1, 2. E is all that remains of a once powerful nation. Right now, you're on the threshold of an amazing adventure. Showtime. 1.
I know who the culprit is, but I'm not paying attention, so it's okay.
1, 2. E is all that remains of a once powerful nation. Right now, you're on the threshold of an amazing adventure. Showtime. 1, 2.
But the line between victim and a...
Of course, that's one lesson you...
Shuichi was with me the whole time we were on lookout. When are you suggesting Shuichi killed Rantaro? Were you really together the whole time? Huh? I get it! The security alarm didn't ring until after Shuichi returned to the classroom. It only rang after Rantaro moved the hidden door, which means he was still alive. Shuichi was with me when the alarm went off, then that means he's not the culprit.
By the way, I want to confirm one thing with you, Kaede. Who set the security sensor on the bookcase? It was Shuichi, right? Did you actually check for yourself if the sensor was set on the bookcase, Kaede?
No.
Did it ever occur to you that Shuichi could have lied about it?
A lot.
Shuichi pretended to place the sensor on the hidden bookcase door. But in actuality, he was... And when you met up with...
That would cause Kaede.
I see, sneaky little fucker.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot can make that mistake. The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot can make that mistake. The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm. So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase. Only an idiot can make that mistake.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, she had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from
In order to trigger the alarm. So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase. Only an idiot can make that mistake.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
the sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot can make that mistake. The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it.
Security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm. So when Kaede heard the sensor go off,
She figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot can make that mistake. The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede
heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard
The sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase. Only an idiot can make that mistake.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase. The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the
sensor when Shuichi
secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot can make that mistake. The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it.
No, that's wrong! Wait a minute. This is weird. If the security sensor wasn't placed, then we wouldn't have a picture. We were only able to get it because the sensor was triggered by the hidden door.
Oh, that? Easy to explain. Well, you see... I guess...
Giving up?
Yeah...
So you see?
Now wait just a minute. The security sensor was set up on the bookshelf, and Shuichi had its receiver. However, Shuichi turned the receiver off.
Huh? How come?
That would get you a picture, but no alarm when Rantaro moved the bookcase. Then, when Shuichi says he's gonna check the basement, he actually goes to the library. And thanks to the 30-second interval, he's got time to go in after Rantaro.
He could have collected the sensor from the hidden bookcase after killing Rantaro.
I see. Then he caused the receiver to go off in front of Kaede to trick her.
It's certainly plausible, considering that Shuichi knew about the intervals.
How needlessly complicated. But I guess it's not impossible.
Then, Shuichi really is the culprit?
So the ultimate detective is the killer. What?
Wait! Shuichi,
Shuichi? Hey, you gonna say anything?
Are you okay with being...
Let's go over the case one more time.
It's on the move bookcase. Shuichi also had the
But he had it turned off.
So when Rantaro moved it,
The picture was taken without the alarm sounding. Then taking advantage of the camera's mobile timer.
Afterward, he set off the receiver in front of Kaede on purpose to make her think the murder had just happened. Praise be to Atua! We've solved this case!
Let's go over the case one more time.
security sensor was put on the move bookcase. Shuichi.
Let's go over the case one more time.
Security. The sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had those.
But he had it turned off.
And so when Ren...
Taro moved the bookcase. The picture was taken without the alarm sound. Then taking advantage
of the camera's interval timer.
Shuichi hid in the library and murdered the shit out of Rantaro! And then, he grabbed the security...
Let's go over the case one more time.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi.
But he had it turned off.
And so when Rantaro moved the bookcase, a picture...
was taken without the alarm sound. Then taking advantage of the camera's interval timer.
Over the case.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had those.
Let's turn this lie into the truth! Sorry, you guys. I forgot to tell you something important.
Forgot?
To tell you the truth,
Words from a true heartless rogue.
How creepy you are. I'm sure that person didn't want your love.
so we all agree that Puichi did it? Then let's just vote.
No, I still think...
I agree.
Yeah, this ain't right.
I agree. But I don't know if Atua agrees. 'Cause right now it's his nap time.
This is quite troublesome. It seems our opinions are on opposite ends.
How are we supposed to decide? We're split, right down middle.
We split! You did! So wait! Your ear? The ultimate...
Phenomenal.
The trial grounds are good.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually have an airtight alibi.
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time, were they?
If Shuichi had the receiver, it could have been disguised.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
Unlike Shuichi,
But you silent about it too.
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time, were they?
If Shuichi had the receiver, it could have been disguised.
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
I'll do it. We'll know whether or not it's a lie when we talk this through.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals. You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
But you silent about intervals too.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually have an airtight alibi. Kaito!
Kaede backed up Shuichi's alibi, didn't she?
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time, were they?
Rumi!
Both of them were together when the receiver went off.
If Shuichi had the receiver, it could be...
Kibo!
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
But that's Kaede's.
I'll do it! We'll know whether or not it's a lie when we talk this through. Everyone, you have to believe me! Shuichi is not the culprit! If we vote for Shuichi, we'll be... And if that happens...
We've already exhausted.
No way! There has to be something else we can...
Huh?
Shuichi... You're scared... I thought so. Shuichi, answer me this. What kind of truth did you realize? Don't be scared to say... Please.
The picture.
Picture?
The picture from the camera aimed at the hidden door. I always thought it was suspicious.
That's true! But when did he notice that?
I believe it was when the camera took its first picture. This picture was taken when Rantaro moved the bookcase. At that moment, something made him notice the camera. So he tried to remove it. That's when the bookcase closed.
If that is the case, we must find a reason why he noticed the camera.
You're confusing everyone! Except me, of course. Just get to the fucking point!
I've been contemplating what it could be. Why did he notice the camera? And the answer is in this picture.
Get it? Because of the flash, right?
Yes. The well, if... This is the picture taken when I removed the front camera. This is the picture from when I removed the rear camera. And this is the picture of Rantaro.
The brightness is totally different.
Only the camera aimed at the hidden door, the flash turned on.
Of leaving the flash on, especially since it was meant to be hidden. A mistake, maybe?
It's no mistake. There's an objective here.
Was used to lure whoever moved the bookcase to the camera. So when the flash went off, they would have noticed the camera right away. And that's exactly what happened. Rantaro moved the bookcase, noticed the flash, and then walked over to the camera.
Kaede?
What is it?
Is something wrong?
Strange?
Your last few remarks carry...
Do you know who the culprit is?
Yep, I know. No doubt about it. Well, I couldn't do it.
Kaede. Kaede is the culprit. Kaede did it?
Wait! That's not possible!
An alibi. When Rantaro was killed, I was in the classroom standing watch with Shuichi.
Kaede never saw Rantaro. How'd she kill him?
It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot. We know that it was in the library.
Rantaro was killed in the library after all.
The only explanation.
In which case, it's impossible for me to be the culprit. I have an alibi. When Rantaro was killed, I was in the classroom standing watch with Shuichi.
Kaede never saw Rantaro. How'd she kill him?
It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot. We know that it was in the library.
Rantaro was killed in the library after all.
I have an alibi. When Rantaro was killed, I was in the classroom standing watch with Shuichi.
Kaede never saw Rantaro.
I have an alibi. When Rantaro was killed, I was in the classroom standing watch with Shuichi. I have an alibi. When Rantaro was killed... I was in the classroom. Standing watch with Shuichi.
Kaede never saw Rantaro.
How'd she kill him? It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot. We know that it was in the library. Rantaro was killed in the library. The only explanation. In which case, it's impossible for me to be the culprit.
I have an alibi. When Rantaro was killed, I was in the classroom standing watch with Shuichi. I have an alibi. When Rantaro was killed, I was in the classroom, standing watch with Shuichi.
Kaede never saw Rentaro. How she kill him?
It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot. We know that it was in the library.
Rentaro was killed in the library, after all.
That's the only explanation.
In which case, it's impossible for me to be the culprit. I have an alibi.